get the pre-approval. Pre-approval is a little different than pre-qualification. Hello, Shane Willis, Pensacola real estate expert, bringing you today's episode. Boy, it just got cold on us on the weekend, didn't it? Whew. I think it got cold Halloween night. I know that the trick-or-treaters kind of stopped around 7:45, almost 8 o'clock, just because it's cold. But I wrote this post on Halloween, and I figured I would just do it today as a podcast episode because I know some people don't read the visual post. Instead, they like to do the auditory or a video. So I figured I would just do this as today's episode of 5 Minutes in Real Estate. And the question is, or the statement is, taking the fear out of the mortgage process. I get asked this question at least 3 times a week. What is the process? I'm a first-time home buyer. What is going on? What is the process? So here's kind of a good step to get started. You're thinking about buying a house. Let's say, hey, we're into November now. Let's say that you're thinking, first of the year, I may want to buy something. When I get that income tax refund, I may want to buy something. So, okay, if that's the case, it's a perfect time to get started. All right, here's the first thing you want to do. 1, find out your current credit history and credit score. Go to annualcreditreport.com. All right, annualcreditreport.com. That's the one that you can get for free. Okay, you don't have to pay for it. You go for some of these others, they want you to sign up for a credit monitoring, and then they'll give you your report along with your score, and they charge you for it. But this one, you are actually entitled to your credit report. I actually have a course that I teach because I wrote a book called The Credit Repair Secrets Black Book, if I can remember the name of my own book. Credit Repair Secrets Black Book, and then I teach a course on credit repair, and I tell people there's actually 5 ways you can get a hold of your credit report for free. But we're not going to go into all that. We're just going to say go to annualcreditreport.com. Get a copy of your score. Look at your credit. Let's see what's going on. I said the average now across the country is 737. Don't be discouraged if you're not there. All right, if we're up over 620, you may be okay. If you're under or slightly under, okay, there's a link in the show notes here that goes to that Secrets Black Book that I give it away for free for all my listeners. So go check that out and sign up for that. Anyways, you need a copy of that credit report. I'm going to also want you, this is step 2, gather all your documents. Gather all your documents. This is including your income, the last 2 years worth of W-2s, your last 2 or 3 pay stubs, okay? Your last 2 months bank statements from every bank, your last 2 months worth of IRA accounts, whatever. Get all of that together. That's just going to make your life easier if you do it now. All right. Now, third, contact a professional. All right. Contact a loan officer, whether it's me, whoever. All right. Get a hold of a loan officer, but you need to get a hold of a professional now because now is when you start talking about what options you have. Then consult with the lender. That's number 4. Consult with the lender. We're going to review the income expenses. I'm going to take a look at what we call a debt to income ratio. That's really, really big. It's almost as big as your credit score. What does that mean? It means how much of your debt compared to your gross income. You make $1,000 a week, but your bills are $500 a week, then you have a 50% debt to income ratio. And that's obviously simple, but just trying to prove a point there. So we're going to take a look at debt to income ratio. I'm going to take a look at what type of credit you have. I'm going to take a look at your rent. What have you been paying, etc. So that's once we get a hold of a professional to fill out the application, number 4 is to consult with the lender so that I can go over everything. Finally, get the pre-approval. Pre-approval is a little different than pre-qualification. All right, there's 2 things, and this is usually a lot of people will get these 2 confused. Pre-qualification means you came to my site, you filled out a bunch of stuff for a mortgage application. I took a look at everything you said and said, yeah, based on what you said, I can get you a loan. That's pre-qualification. Pre-approval means that I've actually gathered all of your income docs. I've pulled your credit. I've looked at your debt. It's just a little step further. So I would definitely get that pre-approval letter first because that's going to show you exactly what you can qualify for. And why is that important? Because, I got a client right now that had a $330,000 listing and there was a buyer that came in and offered $300,000. If you take a look at my weekly show, How's the Market Pensacola, then you'll know that that's 10% under in the 3 to 350 mark, which is at a seller's market. So that's just not working. So we countered as a seller. We countered because we wanted to show them, hey, we will negotiate some. But when we countered, they said, well, that's the max we can qualify for anyways, is $300,000. Well, if the max you can qualify for is $300,000, don't go looking at $330,000 houses. You may work at 305, but if it's 330, it's just out of your league. It just is, and there's nothing wrong with that. Especially for my first-time home buyers, you're not going to get everything in your first house. That makes no sense. So start out, let's go over the must-haves and the want-to-haves. All right. You may not be able to get a pool just yet. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. But that pre-approval is going to show us exactly where we start. Then you and I can start talking about houses. So those are the 5 steps that you're going to have to go through in order to get started to start looking at properties. And I know everybody wants to go straight to the look at this nice house. All right. And that's fun. I get it. But it could be a waste of time, and it actually could wind up hurting you quite a bit because you may fall in love with the property. And then when you're going back and doing these 5 items, somebody else gets in front of you. All right, that's all I got for you today. As always, if you've not subscribed to get the tips, tricks, graphs, infographics, get over to 5minutesinrealestate.com. That's the weekly email that I send out. Also, hit subscribe on YouTube and get over to the Facebook page. I'm doing a lot over there. Facebook.com/Shane Willis, the Realtor. On Instagram, too. Shane Willis 10. And on Twitter, just in case you're hunting for me, Shane Willis 10 there as well. So get over there. We're doing, like I said, over on Facebook. I got a couple of contests that I'm going to be starting this week. So make sure you like that page. All right. Thanks for listening. Have a great Monday. Hopefully it warms up